Welcome to our
Q&A,
where we
are going to
answer
your questions
that you asked
on my Instagram.
That was pretty good. That was like finish the sentence.
Yeah, I know, right? So we recorded like the first 5 questions of this Q&A, and when I went to edit it, it said that the video was what?
It was corrupted.
So now we're going to do them now and insert this where it's supposed to be. Question number 1 was, how did you and Bryce meet? How did we meet?
I remember meeting Ariel. Everybody that was going to our college at the time was talking in these group chats. I was in like 2 or 3 of them. And me and Ariel were in like a mutual group chat. I shot my shot with Ariel and she shut it down real quick. So my whole like, yeah. But like it wasn't even like, you know, like she didn't like me. I thought she was like one of those mean girls. So I just left it alone. I was like, I'm not even gonna like pursue or nothing like that. Cause I called her Boo. I like reached out to her. I was like, hey Boo. She was like, I'm not your boo. I was like, oh. I was like, okay, that's all good. But then I met her. So the first moment I met her was moving day, and I went to her dorm with a couple people that we knew. And I'm not like, you know, nervous or anxious to meet her because this is a girl that shot me down. So I was like, okay, like in my head, I'm like, you know, like, let me see how she looks, you know what I'm saying? She comes down and I see this little brown skin looking little girl that looks all innocent and nice and polite and shy. And I was like, so this girl that blocked my shot, shot me down and all this stuff behind text messages and stuff that made her seem like she was so big and bad is really like this little girl. I didn't know she was 5'1". She was a little more like mean and stuff like that. Then when I met her, I was like, yo, she's like the total opposite. I was like initially really attracted to that. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, I had my eye on her since the first day I met her. It was love at first sight for me.
He always says that.
It really was.
For me,
no.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and
I don't
she didn't
even remember him
that.
being in my dorm room. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know who was in my dorm room that day. Like, it wasn't just you. I still don't know who else was in there. But
yeah,
I technically remember meeting him.
It was me
at the party. That was like 2 days or so.
It was like me
later.
and 3 other people.
And then I met him again in the cafeteria, and that's when I was really like, Bryce, because you know in the party you're like, oh yeah, Bryce, but like. In the cafeteria, I think might have been the next day after that or 2 days later or something. It was all within the same week. I met Bryce like 5 times.
Yeah.
Next question. How did y'all know each other was the one?
Let me answer first. When she showed me who she really was the first day I met her, it's like I saw through her soul. I was like, this girl ain't mean. This girl ain't this heartbreaker or anything like that. This is all a front. I'm like, I know this girl is different, and that's the girl I want. I don't have like a specific, like super duper type, like.
But I was his type.
Yeah, but she was my type. Like she was like the person, the exact sweet person I want. Like I really am attracted to, and I knew like if I wanted to be with somebody long term, it would be somebody like her. Rather than somebody, be quiet. Anyway, I was like more than just attracted to her. I just knew that I knew the type of person she was, and she didn't even have to say anything.
I knew Bryce was the one, like the 3rd time I met him. And if you watch our wedding video and you hear our vows, my vows were, was it the 1st, 2nd, 3rd? Yeah, that was like a little joke for everybody that kind of knows our story. As you can see, I don't remember meeting him the first time. I more so remember meeting him like the 2nd and 3rd time. And that 3rd time I met him is when I knew he was the one, because I was just like infatuated with him. And it's when we were in the cafeteria.
What can I say?
We were in the cafeteria and I just happened to like see him and 2 other guys that I knew at a table. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up guys? And mind you, I hadn't talked to Bryce like that ever really. It was really just like we saw each other multiple times.
She was
but
dissing me.
We never
it's all good.
like that yet. So in the cafeteria, we were just all sitting at the table talking, and Bryce was just talking and talking, and
I was a chatterbox or nothing. I was talking to people that was at the table.
Talking,
I wasn't like the only person talking.
But you see, it felt like he was the only person talking. I couldn't tell you what anybody else said because I was just so like set on him, and I was just like, everything, you know, it was like blah 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 blah. That's how I was looking at Bryce, and that's how I knew like our souls just connected there. I just know they did. But that's how I knew Bryce was the one, because I had never felt that way about anybody before. I've never like just been so like intrigued and infatuated with someone just like that from hearing them talk. So
I just wanted,
that's how I knew he was the one, and I tried so hard to not like go anywhere
that's
with him.
That's what I was about to say. Because that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Because I was a freshman in college. I wasn't trying to date nobody. I was trying to have some fun, party, woo woo, whatever. But I really did try hard not to like Bryce. But I think that was a moment that I knew this boy, he's gonna be some trouble for me. Not trouble in like a bad way, but I just knew he was like, yeah, he got me.
As anybody that was around me at the time, if somebody mentioned, don't even do that stuff with me.
I'm gonna say
no, Ariel was not like that for me.
My friends,
she in her mind.
My friends knew, y'all knew.
But you were no. The thing is, her friends knew, but she was over here denying her friends. Her friends just knew what they saw. They was like, oh yeah, you and Bryce. But like the thing is, I was like vocal with it, right? Another girl asked me about Ariel, and I'm like, well, that's my wife. I promise you, I said that to every single person.
Even
everybody
his
knew.
Friends would tell me like, yeah, no, Bryce was claiming you like week 1, month
Bro,
1.
That's just what it was for me.
I just think that our souls knew that we belonged together.
Yeah,
so I think it was gonna happen. You know,
it was so fun to claim. That's just how it was. I knew she was my person.
When you know, you know. So, next question. What is some advice to build a healthy / happy relationship nowadays?
If you know that's the person that you really like, I feel like you should really open yourself to being super vulnerable. Like, if you post that person, like, be okay with it. If you're out here talking about that person, like how I was, be okay with it. Open yourself up for being embarrassed and being in love.
Keeping that like kid in you in your relationship.
Oh yeah, that's also good too. Sense. Yeah, like I said, make it fun, make it happy.
No, keep it fun, keep it playful.
That's a big thing too. Physical touch is very important in a relationship. Look, hear me out though. Because it keeps it fun, it keeps it playful. You can give your gifts, you can spend all this quality time, but I feel like, you know, keeping that physical touch, the hugs, the kisses, everything matters at the end of the day. And I feel like that will always keep a relationship good.
As a partner, do your best to please your person in the way, like in their love language. Because, you know, when you neglect someone's love language, they start to neglect yours too. And so I think when you are constantly remembering, yes, this is my person, I'm supposed to make them happy, I'm supposed to please them, it's vice versa.
Keep that same infatuation that you've had from the start.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like that's always super important. I feel like people are kind of scared to get too close, or just you know, just fall into it.
Keep God first. That's cliche, but it is the truth.
Yeah, we didn't have God a lot in the beginning of a relationship, but I always feel like God was behind the scenes. When you keep God first, you can, you know, keep your partner first as well.
Yeah, and obviously another cliche answer is communication. If you want a healthy, happy relationship, communication is probably the number one thing that most people just have a hard time with in almost every relationship. But the better you get at it and the better it is within your relationship, honestly, the healthier it will be.
Being vulnerable, being okay with being embarrassed, then that makes it super easy to communicate anything with your partner, what you're going through, how you feel about what she did, and be okay with being like, telling her how you feel, or telling him how you feel about a certain thing. That's important because that allows the other person to learn how to listen. And you need as many of those opportunities as early on as possible, so that when you're getting into like a year in or 2 years in and y'all haven't actually listened to each other yet, then that becomes a problem, because you don't even know the person you're with for real, because you weren't vulnerable from the beginning. So
yeah. Vulnerability, be about your person, communicate, God. There you go. Those are the 4 keys. Next question. What made y'all move to Texas? Were there other places / states y'all considered?
So pretty much, it was really me. My dad lives here, so I visited Dallas all throughout my childhood. Went to go see him a lot, and I love Dallas. I love the city of Dallas. It's always been a cool spot to be. So I had a bunch of cities on my list, like Tampa, Houston, and all this stuff, and Charlotte, and things like that, right? And I brought these things up to Ariel.
Yeah, so those were the other
places, yeah, that we're considering.
North Carolina, Florida, Houston.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else?
Nah, that was pretty much
Austin.
it. I don't think we did. Well, kinda.
It was like on the
50-50.
list. I wanted to put Arizona on there, but
you did?
I did, but we didn't tie Arizona into the mix.
Yeah, so pretty much, I brought a couple cities up to Ariel. I'm like, man, we gotta move somewhere. As soon as we graduate from college, we gotta go somewhere. That's what we gotta do. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And she was down. She was just like, why not? I brought up the idea. She was like, okay,
like,
sure.
That sounds cool. So I went to go see Dallas.
Yeah.
Bryce,
I took her to see my dad, yeah.
To Dallas when we were maybe like
20.
juniors, and we were sophomores,
2019,
juniors,
so we were 20 years old.
Yeah, we were like sophomore, juniors in college, somewhere around that time. And we took a trip to Dallas. I pretty much came also to meet his dad again and like his family and stuff. And at first I was like, I don't like it here. It's too big. I feel small. I want to go home. But then his dad just started showing me like all the different cities within Dallas. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. Like, I love it here.
The Metroplex.
This is so cool. It's so big. It grew on me within that time that we visited. And it wasn't even long. It was probably like 4 days or something. But we always had made it a goal for us that when we finished college, we would move to a totally different city and state. Like, that's just one of the goals that we had. We were like, we're young, like, why not move to different states and whatnot?
We visited Dallas again in 2021. We looked at some apartments and things. Just get a feeling of like almost like a thought of moving somewhere.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to go there.
Like?
What would this be like if we actually moved to another city? We came back home. We had this thing where we're like, okay, we had all these cities that we wanted to move to.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't choose. We visited Dallas. All the other cities we did not visit yet, right? We would look at Tampa stuff and fall in love with Tampa things. We would look at Houston things and fall in love with Houston things.
Yeah.
We would go to Dallas and fall in love with Dallas. We were just like, where do we go? So I got one of those little spinner apps that, like, you click the button and it tells you where to go, right?
So we put all of them.
We put all the cities. It was like 8 cities in there. We did a bunch of times and we didn't like what it said. Right? One moment we were just like, you know what? This is all in one sitting. We were like, nope, whatever this one says, we're moving here. Like, no matter what. Clicked it, and guess what it said? Dallas.
Dallas.
So I screenshotted it and I was like, we're moving to Dallas.
I always tell people, they always ask me, do you like it? Do you like it? Yes, I love it here in Dallas. We have such a great community here now, and you know, it's just such a really nice place to live. And I would not move back home. I just really don't think I would. People ask me that all the time, like, would you move back home? Are you gonna go? No, I love it here in Dallas. So now the questions are gonna jump to another video because, like I said in the beginning, we lost that footage. So we had to redo it. So this was us redoing it, and now you guys are gonna see the original questions. Transition like that.
Hold on. Get in.
So this one's for me.
God.
How do I manage motherhood and fitness/lifestyle? So for me, motherhood is hard. All of your energy, all of your attention, time, all of that is pushed towards your kids. And so I had to actually recently learn how to prioritize me and put myself first. I gotta put me first, Lucius. Please tell me somebody knows that reference. So it really takes like just straight up discipline, I'm gonna be honest. And I learned that recently because throughout the whole first year of having Sky, I was so off and on in the gym, and I could never just be consistent. Like I would start for a week and then I'd be like, okay, fall off for 3 months, start again for another week, fall off for 2 months. And it was just like that the whole first year. And then I finally just was like, you know what, I'm gonna prioritize this. You have to make it a priority. This is something I want to do for myself, like no matter what. So at 9 p.m. I would go in our home gym and I would work out. 9 p.m. I'm telling you, after a full day of watching kids, I wanted to go to sleep. I didn't want to go work out, but I had to prioritize that. Discipline really kept me in there. And every night, not every night, 4 nights a week, I would go in there 9 p.m. and sometimes it'd be like 9:30. I did that for like 2.5 months, and then we got really busy and I fell off.
That's okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. But what I learned was you just have to make it a priority. If it's that important to you, you'll make time for it. But also giving yourself grace, because like I said, I was doing that. I was so good. I was doing so good, eating good, blah, blah, blah. And then I fell off because life got in the way. We got really, really busy. We've been so busy for the past like 2 months. But I have to give myself grace. Sometimes I'm going to fall off. And that's okay, because I used to be the type of person to get like super, super down on myself, like depressed that I fell off and I suck and all this stuff. But
I suck.
You have to give yourself grace, especially as a mom, as a wife, as a stay-at-home mom, whatever, a working mom. Like, give yourself grace. It's not the end of the world because we fell off for a week or 2 weeks or a month. Give yourself some grace. Get yourself back to it. You will get back to it. Learn how to prioritize it again. It's up and down. Like, nothing in life is just going to be like, you know what I mean? You just have to learn how to, 1, prioritize it, 2, discipline, and 3, grace. Those are my 3 things that I would say, like, help me manage motherhood, life, fitness, all of that stuff. My fitness routine as a mom. So listen, I can't be in there 6-7 days a week. It's just not gonna happen. Some people can. That's great for them. Not me. 3 days minimum, 4 days max. My sweet spot is 4 days a week. I like a upper lower split, so that's like my thing. But you gotta find what works for you too. So it's all about like what works for you. Is it gonna be 2 days a week? Is it gonna be 3 days a week? And whatever split works for you, you stick with it. I promise you, you'll be the most consistent at it. Next question. How has motherhood changed you, and what's your favorite part about being a mom?
I know, I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
I want to say, like, the first thing that comes to mind is my selfishness. Like, I feel like I was already a selfless person, but as a mom, you just learn to be even more selfless because, like, they can't raise themselves. You have to do so much for someone else, and it makes you just so much more selfless. What would you say?
What was the question again?
How has, okay, dadhood, fatherhood.
Dadhood? Dadhood.
It wasn't
How has
working.
dadhood?
How has fatherhood changed you, and what's your favorite part about
How's
being a dad?
momhood?
Oh, my favorite part about being a mom, though. Oh my goodness, watching them like grow. As sad as it is, it really is the best part because like sometimes I just look at Sage when she's talking to me, and I'm like, you're really saying words, sentences at that. You're saying full sentences to me. You're saying you love me. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, watching them grow up really is the best part of being a mom, being a parent.
Yeah.
You can go.
How has dadhood changed me? And what's the best part? How has it changed me? Let me think. It changed me a lot, I feel. I feel like I see life so much more different. It's serious, but then again, it's so precious at the same time. I just feel like it just matured me so much within my mind over the years, over the last 3 years. Like, I feel like I've just matured, like,
yeah.
I think I matured like 7 years in the last 3 years. It's made me see how precious life is. It's scary when you see your kid going through something and you don't know what to do. So seeing that and seeing how precious it is and seeing how easy you can lose them and all of these other things, like that emotion I've never felt before. So I feel like that emotion changed me so much over the past 3 years. It kind of just made me like way more mature, way more kind of woke into, you know, seeing how life actually is, how to actually cherish moments. That's part of fatherhood, is seeing like my kids grow up. Like, I love to see Sage talk. I love to see all this stuff. I remember her being a little baby though, in my arms and screaming at me.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah, maybe that's the word, bittersweet.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yeah, it's changed me because I realized what bittersweet actually means.
Next question. What are my favorite hobbies? I'm trying to figure out what my favorite hobbies
Somebody
are.
asked you that?
Yes. I'm actually trying to figure that out right now. I just joined a adult sports flag football team. Trying that out. I'm
Insert
interested.
the clip.
I'm interested in dancing. I'm interested in horseback riding. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as a hobby. Next question. What is my favorite thing to do with the girls?
Oh, dang.
You know, we really don't go anywhere like that. So, in the house, I think my favorite thing to do right now, and I do it quite often, not every day, but I do it often enough, is my worship sessions with them. Sometimes I just click on YouTube. I just did it tonight. Click on YouTube, play some music, and I just like to have fun with them with it. We dance, we sing, and it's just like so fun, right? That's probably my favorite thing to do with them, honestly. It's like, I know that's going to be like a core memory for me. So, as I get older and they get older, I'm just going to remember those times.
My favorite hobbies, I like to play piano, I like to fish, dad hobby. I spend time with my girls. I have some reptiles, so I have 2 geckos and a snake. I'm probably going to get some more stuff soon. I have a turtle as well. Well, we have a turtle. I like to like produce music. Thing I like to do with the girls, I think I just like to like, you know, play like tickle God with them. I'm like, ah, and they like scream back at me. It's so funny to me because I'm like, they're like so excitedly scared. They love it. So it's like, it makes me feel good, and that's like my favorite thing, when I scream at them and they scream back and they can't stop laughing. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's like one of my favorite things to see when my words aren't coming together, but yeah. Alright, next question. We make videos with Luffy.
No. She doesn't like Luffy.
No, he makes an appearance sometimes, But no, I don't make it a goal. Not that I can't make videos with him, or I don't know. He be in there sometimes. Maybe if I do a vlog, you might see him pop in. But
she used to love him. Y'all can see this. But sadly, I don't know what happened. She just started hating him. I still love him. I still take care of him.
Yes, next question. What's the funniest parenting moment you have had so far? The first thing that pops in my mind.
The funniest?
We were at the park, and I don't know how old Sage was, but she was going up the slide. I was at the top, you were at the bottom, and she was going up, and I think, I was like, yeah, push her, or something, to help her up.
Yeah, okay.
And Bryce, he pushed her butt up to get to me, and her head went forward, and she hit, her mouth, and, in the video, we just both go, oh! And it's just so funny to me. It wasn't funny in the moment because she hurt herself, but it was so funny. I might have to just insert that. I'm gonna insert it now. Push her up?
Yeah, push her up. Come on.
Oh!
Oh no. My funniest, dang, that's something I gotta think about.
I don't know why, that's just instantly the funniest thing that's happened.
The funniest thing that I feel like happens, I mean, it's kind of recency bias. I've had plenty of funny moments with Sage that I can't just randomly think. I have to think about, but one that's just popping in my head is a continuous moment when I just randomly turn around and I just see Sky standing up twerking. She does this thing she that's pretty funny to me. I just randomly see her. I'm like, what are you doing? And it's really funny because it's she's so small.
We gotta insert a clip of that here.
What the heck am I looking at?
Next question. How has becoming parents changed your relationship? And then I'll tie this one in with it. How do you keep your relationship strong while raising kids? It's changed our relationship because it's no longer me and Bryce. We can't just go when we want. It's a little difficult, especially because we're in a new state and really it's just us. His family's here, but in a way it's just us because they're far from us. So it's definitely changed our relationship in the sense of it's just no longer me and you. We have to think of me, you, and the girls, and as a family. Yeah, I would say that's how it changed. And then how do we keep our relationship strong while raising kids? It goes back to prioritizing. We have to prioritize each other and communicate, because I'm feeling like I'm not getting enough attention, or he's feeling like he's not getting enough attention. We can get mad at that, but we have to communicate our needs to each other.
I know we do a good job. We're trying to make time. I can see how people get kind of sidetracked and
lost and
lost.
Spending quality time together.
Yeah, I would say that's hard. That's harder.
Quality time together. It doesn't have to be outside of the house. It can be when the kids are asleep. They're asleep right now, and what are we doing? Recording a video. We could be watching a movie, talking, whatever.
Yeah, nah, you just gotta make time for each other. You gotta kind of still keep a spark. The way that I like to show her love is by physical touch and stuff. Even though that's not really her love language, I still feel it keeps her knowing that I'm hers, I'm her husband. I'll give her a kiss even though she don't want it. I'll give her a hug. I'll make her feel that type of physical affection.
And showing your partner's love language, showing them that shows them, well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to answer this. Well, I'll answer that last. Next question. What advice would you give to new moms / dads trying to find balance? I love talking to new moms and just trying to help them navigate what they're going through and giving, you know, advice on what I've been through and stuff. But in terms of like, you know, finding balance, give yourself some grace. Give yourself grace in the terms of like, give yourself time to find it. Don't try to like rush yourself to find this and do this and do that and do too many things at once and feel like you're failing and you're drowning. Like, really just like take your time with it, because you have to also remember to enjoy these moments, because you're not going to get them back. But take your time. You'll find your balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a new mom, finding balance. Like, be patient with it, and it will come. And then when it comes, you're going to be like, I'm a pro. I got it all. I know what to do. I know this. You'll be good. Like, yeah.
I find balance as a new dad. Oh, that's hard, bro. I feel like I'm still struggling with that. You might have balance like during the day or during one of the days, or like maybe like a week or two. But as the days pile up, something's gonna change. You know, whether it's your wife is having a bad day, you need to help out a little more here. Mm-hmm. You gotta sacrifice a little work here. Just be adaptive, like to any situation, because
grace in those situations. You just gotta adapt.
You gotta adapt, like, bro. Like, if you gotta go to the gym in the morning, at 5 a.m., then that's what you gotta do.
That's just what you gotta do.
But if you was up at 3 a.m. with the baby till 4, and you don't feel like going to the gym, that's okay. Just adapt. Don't go. Don't mess up your day because you're trying to stay on the schedule, bro. It's not gonna work because you're gonna go to that gym.
It's not
you're gonna be all
deep.
tired throughout the day. It's not that deep. You could probably try to find time during the day. And if you can't, then you can't. It's just you gotta adapt.
And just a little bit of grace ain't hurt nobody.
You can't put your schedule over your love for your family.
You have to adapt. If things don't go your way, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Ain't that serious at the end of the day. You don't go to sleep and wake up.
Okay, last question. What inspired me to start my YouTube channel, and what are my goals for it? So,
need that money.
So, I actually have never been a full-time stay-at-home mom until last year. The past year, I've been a full-time stay-at-home mom, making nothing, not working. Before that, I was doing personal training on the side, like part-time. So last year I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, like, I don't know, I'm so used to doing something and making the bare minimum. So that was actually why I started my TikTok. So I started TikTok. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna blow up. Joke's on me.
You kind of did. Don't even play like you didn't. You did enough.
Every video I post of Sky should go viral. That's what he's talking about. But
Sky.
anyways, Sky.
She's the money maker.
So I was gonna do social media, TikTok, to try to make some money on the side. Like, literally, I was just looking to make, like, I don't know, $500 a month off of it. I ain't make a dime, guys, but it's okay.
Say it like that.
So I was like, okay, you know what? I took a break from TikTok, and then this year I was like, I think I want to start a YouTube channel. And I've always wanted to start a YouTube. I just never did because I was always scared too. It's so like cringy, like doing social media. I just feel like everybody's gonna judge me, and everybody's gonna be like, who does she think she is? What is this girl doing? But something just told me, like, start your YouTube and just post once a week for the next year and see where it takes you. So that's my goal, is to post once a week for a full year and see what happens. And my goal for it is really just to, like, grow it, make it big, and get it money. Because being a stay-at-home mom, no job, no income, it's hard because, you know, we're taught to work. All of us are. And so when you're not working, you're not making any money, you're not contributing financially, it can be a little, what's the word? I don't know. It can just make you feel a little like what am I doing? Am I doing anything? I wish we could get paid for being stay-at-home moms, but we cannot. And so this is
Yes,
a way.
you can.
This
Yes,
is a
you
way for me to make something for myself and my family. All the support literally means the world, as if you can imagine. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it continues to grow. And I personally love creating content. I get to see like memories, like, you know what I mean? I'm posting these on YouTube. I always think about like how one day our kids are gonna like probably watch these videos and be like, oh my gosh, that's me as a kid. Like, how many times have you seen yourself as a kid or as a baby and you're like, oh, I'm so cute, oh, this is so cute. Like, they're gonna have that. They're gonna have these memories because I'm recording them and I'm documenting them. So it's not really just a form of like me trying to get, you know, paid, but it's also just like for memories and documentation of, you know, our family and our life and stuff. And yeah, that's why I started my channel. My goal is to grow this sucker big, guys. So please continue to support me. I have so much support already. Like, I'm so thankful for people who do support me already. And I just hope and pray for like more and more and more and more and more growth.
If you like this video, comment and subscribe.
You said it wrong. It's a like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't know why this blurry blurb ball is talking back there. With that small little head. I can see that forehead shine though.
Your big old head.
My big old head.
Yes.
I can see your forehead shining from back there. Girl, get up out of the way. Why you sneak in like that? Like, If you liked it, let us know. Come away from me.
Look what you did. So, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, on TikTok.
I'm acting like something's gonna be here. I don't think that we don't know how to do that yet.
We're still learning.
We're still learning.
But we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Ariel, NCPA, Ariel McPherson, Ariel McPherson. She got 2 kids, and they both 2 girls. They say the sky, they flying high to the sky, sky. Ariel McPherson.
All right.
Ariel McPherson.